Hey everyone, welcome to the channel Green Learner. So continuing our journey with the demo series in user service, this video we are going to talk about request validation and exception handling. So the last video I left this state. So if you hit something, this is the endpoint user register. This is gonna give you the proper response here. But what if I add some validation? This is the mandatory fields. These are supposed to be the mandatory field. But what if I miss these fields? Just remove this one. What's gonna happen? Yeah, this is gonna happen. Internal server error it is giving us because email and mobile both are missing, and we had put a code for this one to produce an exception here. If I show you the user service here, you remember this code, get mobile user mail user data validation exception, it is going to give us. Yeah, you're getting. So this exception we are getting in the console of the service, but it is not being communicated to the user. It is just saying internal server error, nothing else. So this kind of data, we say that user data validation, it needs to be happen, and same needs to be communicated to the caller, whatever it is, a front end API or any third party. We must communicate that one. And also the validation holds value. So the importance of request data validation. So if we have exposed our service in public, we do not have control what data they are sending to us. There are not all the good people out there. Just give let me give you an example about this one. So you see, you might have gone, if you are a Java developer, you are aware about the current scenarios that are going on. So you must know, you must have guessed that what is this all about. This is the log4j vulnerability that was recently found, and every company and everyone started to fix this one. There were many things around it. So what was the exact problem? If you see in this diagram, this is our service at this point of time, and these are the callers here, and they are some endpoints are exposed from this microservice, and they are calling that one. So this we can pass some headers and many information from the caller. One of these information is the user agent. Caller can pass any value into it. By default it is a browser based value, it picks that automatically, but caller can give any value. So here this is the vulnerable URL that they are passing, and this field, if without validating it against the predefined format and all those things, we are going to do anything with this one, then it is going to create a problem. So like when you're using logger, mostly you are going to do log.info and then log this field without validating, then it is going to create a problem. So user input sanitization, we say validation is very much needed in these cases to avoid this kind of errors. So if in your code you have done this kind of validation, there was nothing to worry about the log4j, even if you are using this library, otherwise there was problem. Okay, so this is the just to understand the importance of the validation. So let's do how we can do these kind of validation. So coming to our project here, user service. So let's stop this service, putting this one, and come here. What field we have? User. So this id we are generating ourselves from the code itself. Name also we do not, so first thing, not this one, to put the validation to put the validation in working condition, there is one more library that we need to add here. So I think we have not added that one. Let me check. There is validator, it is not there yet. So let me go ahead, and so if you come here, this is the Hibernate validator, you just need to put it. So explore this one, you will get the exact line to add here. So these things are already there. This field we need to add here. Okay, yeah, so just put it and refresh it, it will download the related dependencies for us. So coming here under the user field where we were, user. Okay, so now we can use those annotations. So what is the first annotation? This name, I want that it is not blank. Let it download the dependencies first, so then it is going to suggest us not blank. Yeah, JavaX validation constraints it is giving, it is coming from that library itself, so not blank. So it is going to do the validation of this one. So if you want to get the more information, come here and you can see this one, all the information about this. But the idea is that it is not going to let this field blank if you're putting this message. Okay, and the email field, again, we have two kind of validation with email or mobile. We want one of these fields is mandatory, so user is giving whether email or mobile, one of these is fine. So there is some custom annotations that we have to use with this one. So what is that custom one? So because we need to combine these two fields, there is one handy annotation for this one. There are some custom annotations, custom validations that we can use that, but there is easy way also. So that one is that annotation is assert true, that is again coming from here, this constraint. So there are two annotation, false, true, we need to use this accordingly. So here goes the name of the method, private, return type it's boolean. So is valid, you can name it anything. The thing is that it should start with is keyword. Okay, so just putting it here. So in the validation, what I want to put here, so this dot email, it should not equal to null, or if it is null, then check for mobile, it should not be null. So one of these fields should not be null. That is what it is going to assert here. So now we are done with the validation of this point, that email and mobile, one of these fields must not be empty. What other thing we want to validate here? So you see the pattern also, email has some specific format. So if we can put that pattern validation here, we can prevent a number of inputs here. No one can use random things, random strings and all those things. We are going to fix that this should be in this format. How we can do that? There are regular expressions to do that. So for that we have this annotation pattern. Again, it is coming from that new library that we just added. So here we have to add that regex here. So I already have that regular expression that I'm going to put here. So that regular expression is going to be in this format, like you can read it out so you can get the detail about this. Basically it is going to do the basic email validation here, like you can see this symbol at the rate. Before this we should have these characters. After this it is like Gmail, Yahoo, those characters it is expecting, and then it is expecting that dot should be there, and after this .com 2 to 5 characters it is going to expect that one. This is what it is going to validate. Otherwise you can pass a message here. If you're not going to give a message here, your own Java library is going to give its own message here. Okay, so please enter valid email. So the same thing we can put here in the mobile also, because we need that validation as well. Pattern reg expression. So again I have got the expression for this one, that is what I'm going to put here. So it is going to do the basic mobile number validation here. So default message I want to change that, so just put here. So the same validation we can put here in the password field. That it should follow some patterns about some length and specific characters here. Regular expression is this one, and messages please enter. Okay, it's nice, valid password. Okay, this is what it is going to check. Insert date and expiry date, these are the things that we are going to generate at the runtime. This validation, let me show you the flow here. Just close all the tabs and start from the controller file where the user request is going to land. It is going to come here, request body. It is not going to do that automatically. There is one more annotation that we have to do here. Valid or validated, both of these are annotation that we can use at this point here. So when you are putting this @valid annotation, it is going to validate this request body. What request body? This one, based on that annotations that we have used, not blank, pattern, mobile and all those things. So if and this one, all these things validation. So when, if you remember this, this one, we put this validation here, right? So user mail and this one, so this is no more necessary, because this user level validation we already have done at this point here, in this one. Yeah, it is being validated here. So let me start the application and show you this in action. So this part, mostly request data validation we are done here. So let me show you that what message it is giving us at that point. Then we can move on to the exception handling, that how to pass the proper message. Started. Okay, application started. Come to Postman. Yeah. So now if I send this field here, okay, again it is giving me the 500 error. That is fine, but let's see what kind of exception it is giving us. Yeah, unexpected type, except no validator could be found for constraint pattern. Okay, integer, check configuration for mobile. Yeah, so this mobile validation for pattern is failing. So I think I got the issue. These pattern validations are applicable for a string, because you are giving is integer and the regular expression plus. This pattern is applicable for integer actually. That is why this plus annotation and these things we are giving, it is going to give us error actually. So if I show you the user creation SQL, so I have put this mobile as int. Okay, that is what it is going to create problem. We are not going to use a pattern, and this is what I want to use. So it's better that I change this type from integer to string, and the same thing I have to change in the SQL also. So go to the MySQL client here. So you see, if you describe this one, you can see this one. So let me rename this one quickly. Just rename. What is the command for that? Alter table users, and mobile I want to change it, and mobile, and I want to give it alter table users, and here is change mobile, and the new name is the same, but data type is changed. So I want to give it varchar. So in the varchar I want to give it the length of 13. So the country code 3 characters, and then 10 is for the length of the mobile number. Okay, just try this out. So okay, yeah, it got executed. So if you give it again, so mobile is varchar now. Yeah, it is unique, yes, and all those things it is giving us. So now if I go ahead and we have this string here, and I execute it, restart this application again, and see if it is working. Hopefully it should work now. So coming to Postman here, hit this again. It is going to give us exception, this bad request. Now I got it, right? Yeah, now it executed properly. So all the things at the rate valid annotation, all the things are in place. Now I got the exception, that bad request. So see the exception here. So the message got resolved here. Method argument not valid exception is the type that it is giving us, and it is giving us the exact one. Register user field error in object, this user on field valid, rejected value false, assert true. This let me show you the message exactly. So default message must be true. Default message it is giving us. So yeah, actually the actual message should be coming here, because this time what we have given, we have mobile and email, both fields are empty here. That is why it is giving us problem. So just and it is giving us a default message, because we have not configured any message here. Default one it was giving us. So we can mention it here that email or mobile is mandatory field. So one of these. So we can put it in programmatic way. So anyone, email or mobile, so anyone can know one of these field is mandatory. So if I restart it and get it executed, it is going to give us the exception. But for now, just give the email field here and let's see the other message what it is giving. So, and remember, it should also be unique as per the database constraint. Okay, so just send this again, see what it is giving. Yeah, it got executed now because all the things that we have, it is as per the requirement that we have. Okay, so but what if the pattern we are not following, we are just giving this one. So let's see, again it is going to give us the bad request, but this time we are going to get the exception for that one differently. So if you see the last resolved message here, on field email rejected value, it is going to give us the value also, that this is the field that you entered, and the message that it is going to give us, the pattern also it is going to give us, that this is the pattern and please enter the valid email address. So this is what it is giving, but the same thing is not being transfer to the client. That is what we are going to take in a custom exception handling. Okay, so that exception handling code we have to put. So you got the logic, right? So email, password, I have shown you both the fields. We are putting it empty, so all the validations you can try it out, it is gonna work here properly. That is what I have shown here in the users field. So this is here now. Now coming to the exception, custom exception handling. So for the custom exception validation, there is already code present here. So if you come here and look for the REST API validation, so there is couple of videos about this API bean validation that I already have done. So you can take reference from here also. So I'm going to take the exception handling code directly from there and paste it in our code. So it is gonna save us some time, but if you want more details about it, definitely you can come here. So this is the code that I'm looking for. So you see my exception handler, this is the controller advice annotation and response entity exception handler, these things we are looking. So this is the important method that that we are gonna take from here, not this one, but take the all of these. Okay, yeah, we are going to take all of these and coming here and create a new class which is going to do user service exception handler. Okay, so this is going to, and which is going to rest what was the class name, response entity exception handler. So response entity exception handler. So yeah, this is here. So these are the things that we need to go. Let me, I'll explain you these things here, not to worry. So other thing is that one body that we need. So some of the fields that I need with this one, what type I want to respond. So I'll explain this one. Just let me copy it a bit here. Okay, so copy this class here and put it under model. Okay, so just put this one. Okay, util local datetime. Yeah, so here user exception handler, and these are the many things that I have to import here. Third argument, binding result, alt insert I am doing here, so it is going to take care of importing all the things. Couple of more. This one, API errors, the same class that I just copied here, https import class, and this is the header thing. Yeah, this one, and yeah, it started working. So here we have just ignore this for now. I'll come to this point later here. So we have this user service, and the important annotation is controller advice. This is very important interview question also. Exception handler is very pet question in the Spring Boot interviews. So this is what we have to extend it and override this handle method argument exception, and binding result and all those things we are going to extract it out from here, and all the things are here. API error we just created. All these fields, set error, set status, and set path, we are going to do. So we have this here, and if I restart this now, we should get the exception message uh, uh, transfer to the client also. In the Postman also we can get that one. So now, as of now, we are getting this bad request with this exception, but the proper message we are not getting, what validation it is failing. So that is what we are going to get now. So just hit this again, so it will give us the, yeah, please enter a valid email, time is time, path, bad request, it is going to give us properly, right? So any other thing, if you if you're missing any other thing, like if I'm missing name here, it is going to give us that as well. So please enter a valid email address, name must not be blank. So all the validations that are missing, so due to this error field, which is a list that it is going to contain, it is going to combine all the errors that are here in the list, and it is going to give a more informative message. So at one shot you can correct all the validation error and pass that information further. So this is about the custom exception handling, and when we have this kind of exception. So in future, so as of now, user controller is like this. We have this user request body, and we have these things in place here, okay? And we do not have any custom exception as of now. Like if we have any user specific date, name, some fraud check and all those things, there are some custom exceptions are also coming here. So how to handle that? Those are very easy to do that. If you see this exception handler code, we have this exception handler annotation, right? So this is what it is taking, a type of exception that we want to handle here, right? So we can have any kind of sometimes it is going to our database is going to throw an exception, anything. So that whatever type of exception it is giving, we can configure that here, and that is going to be very easy. So let this code be commented when we add that custom exception logically in further videos. Then I'm going to show you that one. So that is going to be interesting. So that is the easy one. So but you got the idea about this one, that what is the importance of the request validation and exception handling, and in the logging and all these purposes, right? So the next one, the secure password, securing password. In the previous video I explained you, if you see the service code here, secure password, we have to get some secure password that we can store in the database, and it is not the plain text. So all those mechanisms, theories and best practices, I'm going to explain that in the next video and demo along with that one also. Then we continue with this code and custom handling and many more about this one. So okay, so that's all about this video. I hope you found it useful. So if that is the case, please do consider liking and subscribing the channel and share it with your friends. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.